Hey, welcome to Happiness Bar, where my goal is to share cocktails, content, and happiness. Today, we're making a fun one. We're making that Herbaceous Beet and Orange drink. Straight off my winter craft cocktail menu. We're making it with gin that we infuse with orange peels and thyme. We're making it with Blanc Vermouth, Amaro Nonino, a golden beet, and white miso paste syrup. I know, it's a mouthful. Lemon juice, top that off with a little bit of soda water. This truly is an herbaceous beet and orange drink. So as you can see, we named these drinks this season pretty straight fucking forward, because I was pretty tired of people asking me questions that were kind of dumb. So we named the drinks some names that would give you the answer before you ever ask. Like the cocktail, I believe it's coming up after this one, maybe it's before this one, called Yes, There's Cheese in That Cocktail. So get ready for that drop, and to answer the question ahead of time, yes, there's cheese in that cocktail. And this cocktail is an herbaceous beet and orange drink. So why not, right? Make it easy for everybody. So jumping in, the build for an herbaceous beet and orange drink is 1.5 ounces of orange peel and thyme infused gin that we're going to infuse right here. 3/4 ounce lemon juice, 3/4 ounce of our golden beet and miso syrup, 1/4 ounce Amaro Nonino, and 1/4 ounce of Blanc Vermouth. That's shaken, that's double strained, that's served over ice and topped with some soda water, and we're gonna garnish that bad boy with an orange peel and some thyme sprigs. So, as you can tell, there is a good amount of prep work on this cocktail. This is one of those ones that is a kind of a pain in the ass for you, but I promise you the juice is worth the squeeze, right? It's gonna be just so flavorful, so awesome, a lot of layers up in this cocktail. So, with all that being said, let's just jump right into the prep work. Tools for the prep. You're gonna need a cutting board. You're gonna need a knife. You're gonna need a kitchen scale. You're gonna need a liquid measuring cup. You're gonna need a citrus juicer. You're gonna need some sealable storage containers to store in and to infuse our gin in. You're gonna need a citrus peeler, vegetable peeler, whatever you wanna call it. You're gonna need a mesh basket strainer. You're gonna need a big old vegetable juicer. You're gonna need a pot, and you're gonna need some measuring spoons. You're also gonna need a bar spoon or something to stir with. All right, so the first bit of prep we gotta do today is we gotta make our orange peel thyme infused gin. So we're gonna grab our container that we are going to infuse in, and we're gonna grab our measuring cup. Now I'm gonna measure out 250 milliliters of gin. And for every 250 milliliters, you're gonna need the peels from 2 oranges and 10 thyme sprigs. Now, every 250 milliliters of gin is gonna yield you about 7 herbaceous beet and orange cocktails. Now, if you need to double that recipe, triple that recipe, go for it. It'll stay shelf stable. It's basically just infused liquor, so keep it in the fridge and you shouldn't have to worry about it. All right, so 250 milliliters of gin, and I'm gonna pour that in to the container I'll be infusing in. Next, you're gonna grab yourself another container. We're gonna grab an orange, and I'm just gonna peel all the peels off the orange. And you want to avoid as much of that white pithy part as possible, so keep it just the orange peels, right? So we're gonna get the peel off 2 whole oranges. Oh, and make sure you guys scrub your oranges good before you do this, right? You wanna make sure the peels are nice and clean. So they're gonna be sitting and infusing into the liquor. All right, so that's the 2 whole oranges. What I'm gonna do is kind of want to squeeze them a little bit as I throw them in to let them like express their oils. All right. So we got our orange peels into the gin. Next, we're gonna count out 10 thyme sprigs. So we'll call that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a big one. We'll call that 6 and 7. Call that 8 and 9. And let's go one more. All right, 10. All right, so we've got our thyme. Leave that there. All right, so we got our thyme in there. We got our oranges in there. Now let's go ahead and seal this bad boy up, and we're just gonna give it a good shake. All right, got everything in the jar here. We're gonna let this infuse on our counter at room temperature for 2 days before we go straining. All right, so it's been 2 days. Our orange peel and thyme gin is done. You can see the color that it's got on it. We're gonna open this bad boy up. Smells great, man. So citrusy, so winey. And we're gonna grab ourselves a container and one of our mesh basket strainers. And we're basically just gonna pour it right on through. Okay, really kind of shake it out, get everything off there. Don't worry if there's like small little microscopic bits of thyme, that's okay. I'm gonna label and date my gin as always. Look at the color on this, man. This gin started out clear. It really picked up so much color from those orange rinds. I love it. All right, so label and date. And hey, make a big batch of this and use it for some like gin and tonics, man. I promise you, that'll be a great fucking upgrade to your gin and tonic. If you label and date, guys, you're gonna wanna store this refrigerated. I'd say you're good for, hey, up to a month refrigerated on that. And honestly, maybe even longer. I just like to be a little conservative, you know? All right, so we got our orange peel and thyme gin done. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make that golden beet and white miso syrup. So the first couple things I'm gonna grab are my cutting board, get my knife, and I'm gonna get my vegetable peeler here. And I'm just gonna grab a container because I want to peel these beets before I cut them. So I'm gonna peel the peels into the thing so I don't make a mess. All right, so here's the recipe for that beet and miso syrup. We're looking for 250 milliliters of our golden beet juice. We're gonna have 125 milliliters of water, 1.5 tablespoons of white miso paste, and 500 grams of white sugar. We're gonna add that all to the pot. We're gonna get that miso dissolved down into our juice and our water, and then we're gonna add our sugar in, let that dissolve, strain it out, and we'll be ready to go. So to start, what I'm gonna do is take my beets, and I wanna just peel the outer peels of these beets. Now make sure you wash the beets really well because they are a root vegetable, they have a lot of dirt on them. You don't want that into the syrup, it'll make it just kind of gross, you know? So I'm just gonna peel the outer edges of these beets. You don't need to peel super deep, just to get this dark outer skin off it. That way our beet syrup is nice and bright and there's no dirt. Great thing about working with golden beets is while they do still stain a little, it's not quite as bad as like those purple beets, man. Those things stain everything. You can already see I got like a little staining on my hands, but whatever. It is what it is, man. Maybe you work with gloves at home if you don't want to stain your fingers. The reason why I peel is you can see, like, even though I washed them, you can see like a good, like, still kind of like dirty. All right. So we got our beets peeled. I'm gonna start with those three. I'll see how much juice they get me. Not enough, I'll peel up some more. Next, what we're gonna do is cut them up small enough to fit into our juicer. So first, I'm gonna just take off that end, that dirty end, and there we have it, man. Our golden beets. Now, I love these versus the red beets. The color is just fucking beautiful, and the flavor is a little more, I think a little sweeter, a little more mild. I don't know, I like them. So yeah, we're just chopping these bad boys up raw. All right, our golden beets are almost done being cut right up. Cool, so we got our golden beets cut. Get a little room here, that's okay, there we go. Set up my juicer here. Make sure I set this for hard vegetables. If you have a setting for hard or soft, make sure you have it set for hard. It's running, all sounds good. And we're just gonna start juicing these bad boys. See how much these three get us. I love these juicers, man. Such a good investment. You can get them for a really good price, man, on Amazon, I swear. You can juice anything with them, just about. See, what am I sitting at here? Oh yeah. That was perfect. All right, guys, it looks like we got a little below 300 milliliters of our golden beet juice there. Look at the bright color on that, man. So 3 beets got us there. 3 good-sized beets, that's awesome. All right, so we are gonna grab our measuring cup just to double check ourselves, make sure we're perfect on that 250. is 250 milliliters of beet juice. Gonna add that to our pot. Next, we're gonna measure out 125 milliliters of water. 125 milliliters of water into the pot, and we're gonna grab our tablespoon here. There it is there, the white miso paste, guys. I got this from Whole Foods. 1.5 tablespoons of white miso paste. Get it all. We want that umami note added into this cocktail. 1.5, beautiful. All right, so let's go ahead and turn our burner on to a medium-high heat. Grab your bar spoon, and what we want to do is we want to stir this miso paste in to our water and our beet juice. So we're going to let that heat up, and you're just going to continue to stir that miso paste in until it completely dissolves into the liquid. Now, while that's heating up, let's go ahead and weigh out our sugar. All right, so grab your scale, grab a container, place it on that scale. Make sure that scale is zeroed out. Grab your sugar, and we're gonna weigh out 500 grams of sugar here. 500 grams of sugar. Now, this is a bigger batch of syrup than I usually make on most of my recipes. The reason why is it's hard to kind of use such a small amount of beet juice, right? So we go a little bigger batch. This is good for up to a month refrigerated, you know, so, you know, it's a great one to make, and you can use this syrup for, I don't know, other drinks as well. Experiment with it, have fun with it. All right, that miso is all mixed in nicely, so let's add in that 500 grams of sugar. Stir that in. And what we're gonna do is let that come up to just about a boil, let it heat up long enough to where all that sugar dissolves into the syrup. So while we're waiting on that, I'm gonna go ahead and just get my lemons all cut and juiced, what I need for today. They smell better than fucking lemons, man. Oof. Shot a little juice on the floor. Grab your strainer, double strain as always, man. I think you guys know the drill if you've been with me. If you don't know the drill, you need a refresher on how to properly juice citrus for a cocktail bar. Check out the Bar Essentials playlist, man. I got videos on citrus juicing, making demerara, simple, ginger syrup, orgeat, how to make big ice, the big clear ice cubes, all that shit. Label and date citrus, good for 2 days. Throw it out on the 3rd day with lemon and lime. All right, our syrup is coming to a boil. All that sugar has dissolved. All that miso looks dissolved. A couple little pieces, no big deal. Not that I really need to, but I'm just gonna strain this just to be certain that everything is good and clean with this syrup. So you're just gonna take it once it's cooled enough for you and just pour it right through your basket strainer. It picks up any large solids. Label and date, grab a lid, and the shelf life on that is good for up to a month refrigerated, guys. That is it for the prep work, y'all. Not so bad. We got our orange and thyme infused gin. We got our lemon juice done. We got our golden beet and miso syrup. We're ready to roll. Let's jump into making an herbaceous beet and orange drink. I went ahead and put my lemon juice in the cheater bottle here and my beet and miso syrup in the cheater bottle here. I got my orange rind and a thyme gin. So we're ready to go. This is a shaking cocktail, so let's grab our shaker tin. And we're gonna need our jigger. Lastly, we need our glassware. Starting from cheapest to most expensive ingredients, 3/4 ounce lemon juice, 3/4 ounce of our golden beet and white miso syrup, 1/4 ounce Nonino Amaro, 1/4 ounce of our Blanc Vermouth, 1.5 ounces of our orange rind and thyme infused gin. All right, let's grab our ice for our shaker tin and our glassware. As always, filling that shaker tin all the way to the top. Filling up that glassware. Let's seal up our shaker tin. We're gonna shake 12 seconds as always. Twelve seconds on the shaker. Grab your basket strainer, grab your Hawthorne strainer. And let's pour that bad boy up. Beautiful golden color. Top her off with soda water. Give it a little fizz. Agitate the cocktail to mix in that soda water. Grab some more of our thyme to get a nice healthy looking batch, man. Give it a smack. I want a big bunch of thyme in there. Really help get that thyme on the nose. Stuff it right down in there. Grab our orange peel, grab our peeler. Try to get the best peel you can. Spritz that over the cocktail, rub the edge of the glass, roll her up. Tuck it right down in there with our thyme sprig. There you have it, guys, an herbaceous beet and orange drink. Let's taste. Definitely get the thyme and the orange on the nose first thing. It's so nice. Super bright. A riny orange. Pair with that thyme on the nose, a little bit of thyme. Kind of umami, sweeter note you're getting. Coming from the miso and the beet. Really root vegetable. Nice bubbles. Coming off the club soda, a little bitterness from the Amaro. Truly a refreshing cocktail, man. Really kind of showcasing the beets and the citrus. So refreshing in the winter. Again, another cocktail is not traditionally a winter palate cocktail, but all this stuff is fresh produce in season in winter, man. So we utilize it, right? We make it work. So awesome. I highly encourage you to go make this herbaceous beet and orange drink. Maybe you made this along with me. Maybe you wrote it down, save for a later date. Either way, let me know how you're liking everything. And hey, guys, become a regular somewhere. Become a regular at your local watering hole. It's the best way to support local business. And become a regular here at Happiness Bar by liking, commenting, subscribing. Hit that bell if you want notifications. We got cocktail videos coming out every Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern to get you ready for the weekend. Stay happy, everyone. I'm out.